Are you ready to take a journey through the darkest, most haunted places in America? These destinations aren't just spooky stories. They're real locations where terrifying encounters have been reported time and time again. From abandoned prisons to eerie mansions, these haunted hotspots will make your skin crawl. Stick around until the end, because after we reveal our #1 most haunted location, there's a chilling bonus spot that just might be the scariest of all. Starting off our list is a place that inspired one of the most famous horror novels of all time, Stephen King's The Shining. The Stanley Hotel in Colorado has been the site of ghost sightings for decades, with reports of ghostly children giggling in the halls and the sound of a piano playing itself in the empty ballroom. King stayed here in the 1970s, and after just one night, he knew he had to write about its eerie presence. Today, visitors can take a ghost tour or even stay the night if they dare. Next up is the Winchester Mystery House in San Jose, California. Built by Sarah Winchester, widow of the famous gun manufacturer, this mansion is said to have been designed to confuse spirits. She believed she was haunted by the ghosts of those killed by Winchester rifles, and built a sprawling, confusing home with doors that lead to nowhere, windows opening onto walls, and staircases that end abruptly. The house is an architectural oddity and a paranormal hotspot, with visitors frequently reporting cold spots, footsteps, and the feeling of being watched. Known as one of America's most haunted homes, the Myrtles Plantation is steeped in both beauty and mystery. This 18th century Louisiana mansion is said to be haunted by the spirits of slaves, children, and former owners. The most famous ghost is that of Chloe, a slave girl who, legend has it, poisoned the family of her master. Visitors often see her ghost roaming the grounds, while others claim to have captured her face in photographs. Rooms in the plantation are known to be ice cold, and eerie cries are sometimes heard at night. Coming in at #7, we have Eastern State Penitentiary in Philadelphia. Once the most famous and expensive prison in the world, it housed some of the most notorious criminals, including Al Capone. The prison was designed to instill fear and isolation in its inmates, and many believe that the spirits of the tortured prisoners still roam the halls. Visitors report seeing shadowy figures, hearing footsteps, and feeling a sense of overwhelming dread. The prison is now open for tours, but beware, you may not be alone in those cold, dark cells. Next is the infamous Lizzie Borden house, where one of America's most gruesome murders took place. In 1892, Lizzie Borden was accused of brutally murdering her father and stepmother with an axe. She was acquitted, but many still believe she was guilty. The house has since been turned into a bed and breakfast, and guests often report strange occurrences. Doors slam shut on their own, objects move by themselves, and some visitors even claim to have seen the ghostly figure of Lizzie herself. Do you think you could spend the night in this house of horror? Waverly Hills Sanatorium in Louisville was once a tuberculosis hospital where thousands of patients died. The facility has long been abandoned, but the spirits of those who died there are said to linger. Visitors often hear screams, see shadow figures, and even encounter full-bodied apparitions of former patients and staff. The sanatorium is also home to the infamous body chute, a tunnel where bodies were transported to prevent spreading the disease. Many believe this tunnel is a hotspot for paranormal activity, with disembodied voices echoing through the darkness. The legend of the Bell Witch dates back to the early 1800s in Adams, Tennessee. The Bell family was tormented by an unseen entity that threw objects, slapped family members, and even caused physical harm. The spirit, known as the Bell Witch, is said to have cursed the family and the land they lived on. Today, the Bell Witch Cave is a popular destination for ghost hunters. Many claim to hear voices in the cave, feel sudden chills, and witness strange, unexplained phenomena. Whatever lurks there, it's not for the faint of heart. Once a luxury ocean liner, the Queen Mary is now a permanently docked ship in Long Beach, California, and it's believed to be haunted by multiple spirits. During its years of service, several accidents and deaths occurred on board, including the drowning of a young girl in the pool and a crew member crushed by a watertight door. Visitors and staff frequently report seeing ghostly apparitions, hearing voices, and even feeling cold hands brush against them. If you're looking for a truly haunting experience, book a stay in one of the ship's cabins, if you can sleep, that is. The Villisca Axe Murder House is the site of one of the most brutal and mysterious unsolved murders in American history. In 1912, 8 people, including 6 children, were found bludgeoned to death in their beds. The killer was never caught, and the house has since become infamous for its paranormal activity. Visitors claim to hear children's voices, doors slamming, and even see apparitions of the victims. Paranormal investigators have recorded disturbing EVPs, or electronic voice phenomena, in the house. It's a chilling reminder that some spirits may never rest. At the top of our list is none other than the Amityville Horror House. In 1974, Ronald DeFeo Jr. murdered his entire family as they slept in their beds. A year later, the Lutz family moved in, only to flee after just 28 days, claiming to have experienced terrifying paranormal phenomena. From disembodied voices to oozing walls and demonic faces, the house has become a cultural icon of horror. While some believe the story was exaggerated, there's no denying the dark energy surrounding this infamous location. And now for our bonus haunted destination, Mammoth Cave in Kentucky. It's the longest cave system in the world, but it's also home to a long list of ghost stories. Over the centuries, explorers, slaves, and Native Americans have perished within its labyrinthine passages, and their spirits are said to still wander the depths. Park rangers and visitors have reported strange apparitions, disembodied voices, and the feeling of being watched by unseen eyes. If you're brave enough to venture into the dark abyss of Mammoth Cave, you may encounter more than just its natural beauty. So there you have it, our top 10 haunted destinations in the USA, with a bonus that'll keep you up at night. Which haunted spot would you visit? Or should I say, which one would you dare to visit? Let me know in the comments below, and don't forget to like and subscribe for more spooky adventures. Happy Halloween, everyone!